Hello there, this is Ivan Harris Sr., and I'm coming to you today with a thought for the day, something that I pray will be helpful to someone who hears this message. It was heavy on my heart today. I kind of thought about it earlier, but it was really heavy on my heart today to share. And again, I pray that it will be a blessing to you. I want to entitle this today, Are You Hiding Who You Really Are? Are you hiding who you really are? As I look around, I've been a life coach and a mentor for several years now, for a long time. And I have a real concern for people. And a lot of times I just look around. And as I look online and even offline, I notice a lot of people are in pain. But what's going to fool you is when you look at them, they don't look like they're in pain. They're dressed in nice dresses or nice suits or whatever. They go around, they're saying all the right things, and everything looks great on the outside. But you're not with that person 12 midnight when they're crying themselves to sleep. What's wrong? Like millions of people, many people wear a mask. You know why? Because people are terrified. And I said terrified. Most people, I'd say a whole lot, a large percentage of people go through life, millions of people go through life terrified that people are going to see them and know them for who they really are. A lot of people, does this sound familiar to you? Do you say this to yourself? If people really knew who I was, they wouldn't accept me. They reject me. They turn me away. People are terrified of not being accepted, of being rejected. And so they go through life with this mask on and just trying to be somebody really, I guess, that they're not. But I see this on a daily basis. And because God has blessed me to really be able to look into people, and I've been doing this for so long, I see this, and I see so many people who really are miserable, but yet they're putting on an act like they're not. A lot of people try to act like they're extroverts, but they're really introverts. And these people, you see them saying, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm here, look at me. And they want to be seen, but at the same time, when you look too close, they're afraid. It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. But here's the reality. Most people, all of us, have gone through some kind of trauma in our lives. But most people are just soldiering on every day, going on about their business, just trying to ignore the pain, not realizing that it's still showing. What do you mean, Ivan? Here's what I mean. A lot of us, or a lot of people, I'll say, were traumatized as children. There was trauma that happened to them at a very young age. And do you know that there are people walking around right now as we speak? Maybe you're looking at this video here today, walking around, and when you were traumatized at age 10 or 9 or younger or maybe a little older, you never dealt with that trauma. And so now you're going through life, that same 11 or 9-year-old that was traumatized as a child, you're an adult now, but you're walking around, you're still that 11-year-old, that 9-year-old that needs somebody to care, to see, to notice what's going on. But at the same time, you're scared for people to know, because if they knew, you're thinking that they're going to reject you. Does it make sense now? You see the connection? And people are walking around like this, and they're afraid for people to know their secret. But can I put you in on a secret? Everybody has some type of traumatic situation that's happened to us. We've all been a victim, but what happens is people take the damage that happened to them and they push it down and they hide it. And so as a result of hiding it, you're now an adult and you're walking around and you seem like you're functioning properly, but in reality, you're not. Your relationships are damaged because you don't know how to relate to people. You're holding back, or you're coming across as trying to be aggressive because you're trying to, again, to cover up and not let people see who you really are. It's a very, very, very interesting thing to see. Guys, I've said this in many mentoring sessions. In order for us to go forward, we've got to go backwards. You've got to get a mentor or a life coach or somebody who will take you by the hand and go back to that painful place and resolve what you went through. You've got to deal with it. You can't just say, oh, I'm past that now. I'm over it now. I'm better now, because what's going to happen is you're going to continue to damage relationships that you're in. And you're not going to have a healthy relationship, a close relationship, husband, wife, brother, sister, whatever the case might be. You're not going to do well in relationships until you learn how to deal with that situation first. We've got to deal with that painful past. And if we untether ourselves from the past, then we can launch forward into the future. We can be whole. We can be healthy. We can love properly. We can treat people right. But until that happens, we're going to continue to damage other people because we've been damaged. And can I quickly tell you, it's not your fault. I get it. I understand. You went through the trauma that you went through, but nobody has taken the time to help you go back and get that right, so that now you can let that little child, that little boy, that little girl move forward in life and get beyond where you are now. And you won't have to hide who you are, because you don't need to be ashamed. Understand, we've all gone through something. We've all dealt with something. But you don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to beat yourself and feel like you're less than, because you're not. God made you for a purpose, on purpose, for a purpose. You are special and unique. Don't let your past cause you to be a lifetime person living behind a mask, hiding who you are, terrified that people will see you for who you are. Listen, you're beautiful, inside and out. God has made you special. And I just stopped by to tell you today, you don't have to hide, but you really do need to go back. I've done this with people before, and it's beautiful to see people untethered from the past so that they can go forward into the future, to be what God would have them to be. You're meant to be something special. You're something special already, but you're meant to do something even more special in this world. But that won't happen until you really get down there and see all the ugly past, the ugly things that happen to you. Deal with them. And once you deal with them and lay them to rest, then you can relax and be who you are. Have you noticed it's hard for you to just sit and listen to the radio? Listen to your thoughts, rather. You're listening to your thoughts. You're sitting there. You can't go somewhere and be by yourself. You always got to be with somebody, or you got to turn the radio on. You got to turn the TV on, because when you sit by yourself, you think. You start thinking, and you just don't want to do that because it's painful. Listen to me. You've got to go back to the past with somebody that you trust and let them help you untether yourself from the past so that you can go forward in the future. And when you look in the mirror, you won't turn away. You don't know how many people I know can't even look in the mirror. They don't like what they see, they tell me. But I'm here to tell you today, you are incredibly special. You're a blessing. You are here for a purpose. You are not an accident. You are a blessing and you are enough. Everything is within you now. You just need somebody to help you get rid of that past in the sense of turn yourself loose from it. You can't get rid of it. It's there. It'll always be there. But turn loose of the anger, the hatred, all of that stuff. You got to deal with it so you can turn it loose. It's not serving you. It's only making you bitter. And in your relationships with people, you're not having good relationships. And that's why. So today, I just wanted to stop by to tell you, yes, you were damaged in the past. Yes, you were a victim in the past. But you don't have to stay a victim. You can become a victor. With God's mighty help, you can become a victor. And with somebody helping you, you can overcome. Don't just pass it over. No, heal from it so that you can actually be able to help somebody else. Does that make sense? So this took a little longer today for me to talk about because this is really, really deep stuff here that we're covering. We're in deep, deep water right now. And if you're looking at me right now and you're even thinking about it's not worth it anymore, you want to take your life and all of this, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make a permanent decision for a temporary situation. I say all the time, this came to pass. It didn't come to stay, it came to pass. Whatever it is, I don't care how bad it might seem, it's not that bad for you to take your life. You can't take the gift that you are and throw it away. You're a gift. You're meant to be here for a purpose. I hope I'm talking to somebody today and I hope this is going to bless your life because you're just that important. So I'm going to close, but I just wanted to say today, you are incredibly special. You don't have to hide and put a mask on. Be who you are, but let somebody help you. Untether yourself from the past so that you can live. Don't just exist, live. And be the beautiful package, the beautiful gift that God made you so that you can be a blessing to others. I hope that that's a blessing for you again today. And I hope it helped you in some kind of way. If it did, please let me know. I definitely want to know that it helped. But until the next time that we talk, take care. God bless you. And please take these words to heart. I'm not just frivolously saying this or just haphazardly saying this. You're here for a reason, and you heard this today for a reason. I hope that you'll take it and that you'll run with it and know that you are incredibly special. Nobody like you on the planet. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.